Hi, welcome to Trapping Inc. TV. I'm Sandi Mellon.
I'm Rich Mellon, and today we are in Northwest Alberta. We are at the Steen River trapline of the Schaubs, and these are the 2017 Alberta Trappers Association Trapping Family of the Year. Today we are on their Lynx line, and let me tell you, these people have Lynx. Stick around. Trapping is the cornerstone that Canada was built on. Brave and sometimes crazy men and women, fueled by the lucrative fur trade, explored and mapped our great nation. Hundreds of years have passed since then, but trapping still remains vibrant, strong, and steeped in the ancient traditions. The fur bearers still follow the old paths and live as dictated by thousands of years of instinct. Fur only gets prime in the harsh temperatures of winter, and trappers must respect and prepare for the weather. Trapping's past is firmly rooted in history, but today, the gear and techniques have changed. Canada is still known for the best wild fur in the world, and today our pelts are sold on the global market. Our community is large, and our numbers are growing. We are trappers. This is what we do, and where we belong. Join us in our adventures. Welcome to Trapping Inc., the face of today's trapper. Okay, when somebody has a 42 Lynx quota and he quotas out every year, he's got something special going on. So Kevin's agreed to show us how he puts together one of his bait stations. And it's pretty fascinating. He's got very specific reasons for what he uses and how he does it. So pay attention, we're not going to repeat this.
All right, the first thing you got to do is find yourself some wire. I prefer 54-inch high stucco wire, 2-inch square. We'll get to the reason why in a minute, but we'll just buy yourself 54-inch wire, 2-inch square. It's about $100 a roll. Out of that $100, you'll get about 17 of these cubbies, so it's well worth it.
Definitely.
And we cut about 8 feet of wire, as you can see. And what you want to do is just find two trees fairly close together that a 330 conibear will fit. Well, in our case, a 330 Brazil will fit in the hole. So we'll take our corral and just go and pick some wire like I'm doing right now. I like to do 3 spots because we have a lot of wolverine up here and fishers will climb the trees and jump in, and you'll catch them on the way out. The reason we put the stick in this low, and the reason that you use 54-inch wire, is to keep the birds out. So typically I have found that a raven or something like that isn't going to land in this wire and sit on here and attack the bait. So there's a lot of debate out there, what's the best bait for link? In my opinion, the best bait for link is link. Again, I wire them in on both sides. Some people prefer cables and so on. It's just a personal preference thing. I've never had an animal pull one out, and it does its job as soon as they get caught. So there's our 330 in the hole. You want to check it for height. I like to put it right to the bottom of my boot. I don't know if you could see that or not, but I have size 12 feet. That's what seems to work for us. Then we take our safeties off here and put some nice stabilizer bars in it. I really stress to leave it as open as possible. All I typically do is just do something like that, nice and natural, and it's enough to deter them from jumping over. It's just extremely important to have the bottom of your trap at the right height. If it's too low, they'll jump over it. If it's too high, they'll crawl under it. So the 12 inches works the best, in my opinion, for link and wolverine and fisher. So we take a look at our bait. It looks a tad on the low side. Very simple fix. Go up a couples, go up a square. That looks about good to me. And from here on in, what we do is we make trails around and look for snaring opportunities. And I'll put between 2 and 5 snares per bait station like this for link. And again, we catch probably 80% of our link and snares around these stations because of the curiosity of what we created with this set.
Well, that's an awesome setup, and like you'd have done it in half the time if you didn't have to explain to us what was going on. I like the fact that it's durable. It's there year after year after year. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, some people leave their traps right. You know, they just leave the safeties on, leave their traps right there, and 5 minutes they're gone to the next one. I guess trapping at the end of the day is all about numbers for us, and the faster you can get down the line and get more sets out there, the more chance you have to reaching your quotas.
Yep.
Trapping Inc. is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, crafted coffee for the courageous.
oldsmokescoffee.com.
Halford Hides, unique beyond compare. Visit us at our Edmonton store location or find us online at halfordsmailorder.com. Range Road Enterprises, professional solutions for the ATV and low-impact logging operation. Find your nearest dealer online at range-road.ca. Argyle Motorsports and Marine. Visit our Edmonton store location or find us online at argylemotorsports.com.
So success, but you'd mentioned last night that we had to hope that they came before the snow rather than after because it was going to change the height of your snares, right?
Yeah, it looks like that. We got quite a dump of snow here in the last few days, and we've been having a lot of missed catches the last few days, but if we caught anything day 1 through 5, last time I checked them, I think we'll be good here.
Let's take a look.
So the reason we have this set here, Rich, is this is an industrial site, and typically there's a big pile of dirt here, and the link, for whatever reason, like to run up to the top of the link so that they have a good vantage point for food. And so we just put a natural pen here because of the industry. You never know when they're going to destroy it or push it over. So we always have this natural pen here, and it produces probably 3 link a year or so.
And it's just because they like to run up on top of the hill.
It seems like that because it's nice and open here behind us.
Isn't that interesting? There you go.
This guy made a bit of a mess here.
Managed to get into more than one snare, didn't he?
Looks like it. So there you go. Nice cat.
Good size, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of times we get doubles here. I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with, you know, mom and her kittens going to sit on top of the hill and see if they can see a rabbit. But yeah, we'll take them.
That's interesting. It's like you said, though, how much the level of the snow has changed. Look at that. That snare is in the snow now.
Yeah.
And you want the bottom of it, what, 11, 12 inches off the snow?
Yeah, that's right. I think I even put them at 15 last time because of, you know, in case it snowed. And one more thing about the snares, the type of locks we use, you were asking yesterday. I prefer the Kepler lock so we could put a kink in it and it takes out the natural twist of the wire, and it's very important to have the snare as square to the trail as possible. So that's what we use. There we go, Rich. We got a nice link and a 330 here. There's a couple of lessons to be learned here. We'll take this opportunity.
Okay.
If you put your snares too close to the pen, they really can destroy the pen. So obviously, I don't know if you can see or not, but this guy here got caught in a snare. tied to this tree.
Oh, I see.
And then
let me sneak around you here and take a look.
he kind of tore everything up and ended up in the trap. So just I guess a word of advice when you're looking for snaring opportunities around your bait stations like this, try to keep your snares away from the pen as much as you can. And in this case it worked out okay, but when they get tied up twice, it's not good for the animal. So
Right. You don't want anything to interfere with that snare working quickly and taking care of its job, right?
that's right. Yeah. So
Traditionally, a cat doesn't last very long in a snare, and so if nothing interferes with it, then it's over quickly. Looks like this was over quickly too, though. Need some coffee?
I do.
I tell you what, when you're up in the cold like that, hot coffee, hot fluids, that's important, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was cold.
Oh,
Wow, overnight down below 40.
that's 40 below zero, which is 40 is 40, whether you're talking about Fahrenheit or Celsius. And this is not talking about a wind chill. This is just flat out cold.
Yeah, thank goodness there wasn't a wind, because that would have been made a lot more difficult. But even in the daytime, we were still hovering just shy of 40 all day long, and the equipment ran
I was
flawlessly.
amazed. That big Yamaha, that big four-stroke engine. Everybody talks about, oh, they're so hard to start in the winter. The only machine that didn't start was a two-stroke. I won't mention the brand, but there was only one that didn't start, and that big old four-stroke started first time every time.
Yep, absolutely. But we were grateful for good equipment and some fur clothing that we ended up wearing out there too.
Let's get back to the action.
this guy was just caught last night, Rich. It's 30 some below and he's not hard yet.
Maybe caught this morning.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's 30 some below.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
I sure like the durability of your bait stations. You know, that they're there year after year, and there's really nothing to set them back up again.
no.
Bait and open your snares, and
The only thing I could recommend about durability of bait stations is take your bait out of them.
oh, right, because bears, huh?
Sure, yeah, if you leave your bait in them, the bears will have fun with them. So that's about as nice as a Steen River Link gets right there.
Boy, and that is a beauty, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Good size one. You say, though, you're catching all sizes this year, huh?
Yeah, you know, after we've taken out over 140 link the last few years, we have a really nice population. We were only ever catching Grandma and Grandpa at first, and now we're catching the whole family. So it shows that managing your line pays off in the long run.
And now for Halford's Trapper's Tip of the Week.
On today's tech tip, I want to talk about snare cable. Now, we use snares for everything in Alberta, all the way from squirrels to wolves. And it comes in many different weights, all the way from 1/16th up to 1/8. This is 1/16th and 3/32. It just depends on what you're using it for. Now, we have two different ways of constructing the snare, or the actual cable is made, two different systems. I could go into the explanation of them. I'm just going to tell you that the one is called a 1x19, and it makes a very, very stiff cable. Holds a really, really good snare shape. The 7x7 is very soft, and it doesn't hold a really good snare shape. It wants to bag. So if you're going to use them on wolves or coyotes or whatever, usually use 7x7 for your extensions, and the 1x19 you'll use for your actual snare, because it holds such a beautiful shape, right? On Lynx, however, I like to use a 7x7, and the reason being, though, even though that it's very soft, the fact that it closes very, very easily. So they shove their head in, and if they go to back out, their whiskers or whatever it catches, it causes the snare to fall on them, and they're caught. So it depends on what you're using it for. Nobody can say that one is the best and the other is the worst. They each got their own job.
That was Halford's Trapper's Tip of the Week.
So, we've got an interesting situation here. We've got a cat. You can see walking in here, and he takes the trail into the bait station. How does he miss the trail snare?
I guess all that snow. Let's. Why don't you walk up and have a look and.
Yeah, it looks like it's brushed just slightly sideways.
Yeah.
Well, actually, this guy's coming out.
Oh yeah, he is too.
So, oh, and we've got another cat in the bait station. So we had more than one cat here. So we missed the second one coming out, and you can see this is where you're talking about how important it is it being square to the line of trail and that. And he just stepped sideways over.
Yeah, and also it's way too low.
Yeah.
About 6 inches too low right there.
Way too low, yeah.
Yeah. So
here we go.
we'll leave some seed for next year.
Yeah, we could have had a double here. Wow. So the bait station. Oh, look at look at this. He came around and threw that one too.
Yeah.
That's the problem with snow when you're getting this big snow. But look at how the cats have been around here and around all over the place, right?
Yeah.
There we go. That looks like we got the kitten and mom walked away.
That's right. Yeah.
That's a nice sized kitten though.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have great feet, don't they?
Beautiful.
Here's one of the things when people always, oftentimes on Facebook or whatever, people are always saying, "Is this a lynx track or is this a bobcat track?" And I or they say, I don't know, did I catch a lynx or did I catch a bobcat or hybrid? And I always say, look at the feet. Show us the feet on those, Kevin. Here's the difference, right?
Huge feet.
Well, that, and you see that hair? The bottom of that foot is all covered in hair. You can't see no toes or pads or nothing. And a bobcat has naked pads.
Okay.
So that's the dead giveaway right there. Nice pickup today. We're doing better, huh?
We're doing better. We got, what do we have, about a 30% or so right now?
Well, but like you said, it's tough with the change of snow because you take a look here. Now how this cat had taken a walk and walked right around through here. So this would be mom, right?
Yeah.
Because she'd be taller and she could push this out of the way with her chest. Like, that means nothing to them. The fact that they get caught around the neck or shove their head through something is because it's right there and they're just pushing through like they would bush, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Interesting that the last set where we got one, I forgot to mention, it was under a big spruce tree.
Yeah.
So the snow didn't affect the set, and the set worked perfectly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trapping Inc. is brought to you by Old Smokes Coffee, crafted coffee for the courageous. oldsmokescoffee.com. Argo, go anywhere. Argo Extreme Terrain vehicles conquer any terrain, any season. Find us online at argoxtv.com. Hags Trapping Products, the most versatile trapping device on the market. Find our products and dealers online at j30.com. Alberta Outdoorsman Magazine, Alberta's only fishing, hunting, and trapping magazine. Online at albertaoutdoorsman.ca.
Oh, a lot of snow.
Yes, there's no shortage of snow this year. Well, what do we got here, Rich?
Whoa. Trying not to get snow on everything. Oh.
Is that your version of a suitcase, or? What the heck, eh?
So what the, he leapt into it. He tried to jump right in.
Yeah, it looks like it. He was pretty committed, wasn't he?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the definition of committed, all right.
Yeah, I don't, we certainly don't get this very often.
No. Did you find on the years where there's more snow that you get more jumpers, or?
No, I don't have any, I don't think I have any data like that, but I think it has a lot to do with how hungry they are.
Okay.
So maybe there was something a little bit wrong with him, or who knows, and he was hungry.
Right, okay.
But here, we'll get this out here in a sec. See what's going on. Oops. Yeah, there's.
He flattened his nose good.
Yeah. How fast would he have to jump through a Bazile 330 like that to get caught?
I don't know. That's a long ways in, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like he was moving.
that's a small cat for sure. But
Still amazing how.
you know, he caught the bait. The bait was off of the hanger. So,
That is amazing.
isn't it?
Yep.
I really find that the bigger the trap. I don't know if we talked about that. The Baziles are a little wider than some,
Yeah.
and they work a little better. I think the wider the better
Okay.
for them to commit through the 330. But for us, we try not to catch them as much in the 330. We try to catch just the Wolverines in the 330. So,
Right.
but you know, if other people are trying this type of set, use the bigger trap possible. Biggest trap certified for length.
So, how many a year do this?
Not many.
No?
This is the first time I've ever seen this. I got a few around the head.
Yeah.
Under 5 out of 40. -ish.
Wow. So that's pretty unique. Well, that was quite the catch. I'm impressed. And you know, I don't, would I be lying if I said that the snow buggered us up on 10?
No, that was somewhere like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have had what we call a normal catch if it wouldn't have snowed.
Yeah, so we've got 8 cats here. We should have had 18. Like, I mean, we had them walk by and push snares out of the way, and because it's, you know, so much snow, the snare heights changed. Remarkable, absolutely remarkable. I want to thank you guys for all of your hospitality and for the education. I'm going to certainly give this a go on my trap line. I don't think I have quite the country you have, but I do appreciate the time you taken. Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Rich. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
You can keep up with all the action at trappinginc.com or join our Facebook and YouTube sites.